Very good evening, and my name is Henry Onyango, and this is Voice of SIGA Live. And Voice of SIGA, we are going to discuss about business time show. And in this time show, I have my guest of honor here. Let me introduce him to you and tell you his name, and we shall see what we are going to discuss about. Welcome.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Yeah.
So I'm called Joseph Wafula. Initially or previously I was a student at SIGA National Polytechnic, but I did my course diploma in building and construction, which I did very well. I finished, though I've not graduated, but now I've decided that now that I've finished my course, but I'm also passionate about, making of GCOS and so much more. So that is why I decided to do so. But I'm Wafula Joseph, as I've told you, and I'm so proud to be here today.
Yeah, guys, we are going to discuss about art and science of craft. So let us see and get to know, when did you start this art of making the GCOS?
Yeah, this art, I started it, I think, in the year 2021, the period that we had that pandemic in our country. I think even it was global.
Yeah.
The pandemic, we had the coronavirus pandemic. So that is when I decided that I'm going to train how to make the GCOS. And it took me roughly about 5 to 6 months. And I was able to make GCOS. And that is when I decided that I think I'll venture into this art, probably 2021, during the pandemic time.
What influenced you to start this business of making GCOS and selling them?
The main influence that made me to begin making of this GCOS is because I looked at how the society, how people are living, and I realized that there is a very huge gap in terms of, the green energy solutions. You see, most of our local members, they normally use firewood, So I thought, how can I be able to bring something? Yes, it is there, but it's not that much common in our locality, basing on the fact that we are in African countries.
Yeah. So, and what about the materials that you are making the GCOS with? How did you acquire? How does you acquire them?
So the materials, basically, we find them at our nearest scrap metal shops. There is one which is situated just down here. Then we have another one in town. That is where we get our materials from. We have two different types of materials. We have the soft ones and we have the heavy materials that we use. And we also have the ribbits that we get from our hardwares. And they are readily available. Yeah, you can literally get them anytime you need.
So you say that you can get them ready every time you need them. So you mean that if I need a scrap metal right now, you can get it, yeah?
Yeah, I can get it for sure. You can get one for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so and about this business, what kind of profit does it give you?
It depends with the kind of GCO that you are going to make. For example, if you are going to make, let's say, the smaller GCO, at a wholesale price, it goes at a price of 160, the smaller GCO. But at a retail price, it's sold at 250. So you get the profit margin there. It brings you to somehow 90 bob. Then there is the standard GCOs that at wholesale price, we give them at 230. Like the ones that we have over there, we give them at 230. But at a retail price, we sell them at 350. Then we have that means that there's a profit margin of 100 shillings. Then there is the medium GCOs that we give them at a price of, wholesale price at a price of 280, but at a retail price we sell them at a price of 450. You can see that we're still having a margin of 170 shillings profit from the medium sized GCOs. So I think basically there's some good profits in it.
Okay, so and talking of GCOs, which type of GCO do you make?
I make, the metal ones, but there is the clay inside. But we also make varieties of GCOs, but majorly I deal with the ones that have clay inside. You build the mabati, the outer frame, it's composed of the mabati, that frame, but the inside one, it has that clay lining, which enables the user or the consumer to have a reduction in terms of the charcoal that they're going to use. But there are many varieties that we make. There are those that are just metallic, there are the sawdust ones, then there are those used for the charcoal purposes.
Okay, so and this charcoal, you see, it usually brings some damages to lives of people.
Yeah.
So what type of damages maybe can you make them not to cause to people?
For example, like you see charcoal, at most they say it emits carbon monoxide. Is it carbon monoxide?
Yeah.
So you see the carbon monoxide, yes, it's dangerous, but now these jikos, the way they have been made, they are able to have a reduction at the rate at which the carbon monoxide, that smoke, is being emitted when you compare to how you use only the firewoods. That is why we look at the society and we say that instead of our mothers, our mamas, who are mainly, affected by the use of firewood alone, let us invent the use of the charcoal ones, which they have a reduction in terms of the carbon monoxide, the smoke.
So, and again about reducing environment pollution.
Yeah.
How does the jiko reduce the environment pollution?
The jiko reduces the pollution of the environment, whereby you see the charcoal already itself, it has been burnt from the firewood. Now the charcoal is the final product of the firewood, so it is able to have a reduced rate of smoke as compared to the firewood itself. You see, because it's the refined product. It's like you are going to mine gold.
Yeah.
Now you look at that, the refined gold itself, it has come from the dust, where people are getting dirty, all kinds of things. But now the refined product, it's unique, it's good for even our health purposes.
So again, about jikos, I know it takes much time to be ready.
Yeah.
How long does it take?
For example, a simple standard jiko, it can take like 40 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes, it's over. 30 to 40 minutes, a standard jiko. It can take roughly to 30 to 40 minutes, and it's well done.
So even when the materials are there, you can make them within a short time?
Yeah, in a day I can make like 10 of them. If I've got all the materials that are needed, I can make 10 of them in a day.
Okay, and about the customers, how does the customers know that you are selling the jikos, and how does you deliver to them, or how does they get the jikos?
Yeah, about the customers, my marketing strategy is because now that you see, in terms of, we don't have a lot of people that are in this business. You see, the workmanship or the craftsmen in this kind of business, they are very few. Like in our area, we only 2. So you see, that creates the demand for the product.
Yeah.
And we have got a lot of businesses, those people who are selling the products, those guys who are in Malimalis, those who are just selling these other metallic things. So the market is there, because those that are producing are very few. So getting customers is somehow easy. And I also built that rapport while I was, during my training times, I used to get to know a lot of them, those that were coming to pick from our site.
Okay, and about picking them, do you deliver them, or they come to pick themselves?
Presently, I do the delivery. They do not yet come here. Presently, I just do the deliveries because I'm still at my beginning stages. So I think when you're at your beginning stages of your entrepreneurship, most of the operations, it is you, the business person or the owner of the business. You do all sorts of things. Yeah. It's like sole proprietorship.
So you mean that delivering them is a bit cheaper than them coming to pick them, or is the other way around?
To avoid maybe the issue of them coming, then complaining, like, transport, then they want a reduction in terms of the prices, it's better I take them myself, because they are within. It's not like they are far, so they are just within the community. So I'll be able to to deliver them by myself, or sometimes I can appoint a person, then he does the deliveries for me.
Talking about transporting them or them getting the transport to come for the jikos, does it give you a loss or a profit?
I do not get into any losses.
Yeah.
All I can say is that I get my maximum profits from the jikos because there is no transportation cost that I incur while doing the deliveries, because I take them by foot. Yeah, most of the deliveries I do them by foot. Yeah, that is how now there is no any losses incurred in between.
Okay, yeah. Guys, I have a friend of mine here, Joseph. So let's come back and get to see how the process of making jiko, how one can start making a jiko, and how one can get the profit from the jikos. Thank you for watching us. Let us go to a short break. Thank you.
From the heart of innovation to the streets where dreams are built. This is Voice of SIGA, and it's hustle time. Every week we bring you real stories, real struggles, and the unstoppable spirit of everyday hustle. Entrepreneurs, creatives, students, traders, and change makers. This is your platform, your voice, your hustle. Tune in as we spotlight rising talent, dive deep into the world of side gigs, street business, digital grind, and what it really takes to make it in today's world. Don't miss Hustle Time Show, airing on every Monday and Wednesdays, exclusively on Voice of SIGA, where hustle meets hope. Voice of SIGA, it's hustle.
Welcome back to our conversation with our guest here, Mr. Joseph. So, and again, we're going to see what the process that fully finished jiko does it take. So maybe let me welcome him to show you and to tell you the process, how the jiko starts and it ends to be fully made. Welcome.
So the process usually begins by, after you have identified your materials, then there is that process whereby now the iron sheets, those iron sheets now, the ones, mostly I myself I buy the ones that are soft. There are those that they are not soft, there are those that are soft. So once you get the iron sheets, you make sure you make them plain, like you heat them, they become now straight plain without the linings in it. After that, you cut them into sizes that you need. There is the upper part is what you call the top, the upper part of the jiko, that something like circular, it's called the top. Then after you have generated that top part, you now get into the second portion of generating the in Swahili we call the mshipi. Naitwa mshipi ya jiko.
Yeah.
That bottom part. Then after that, you generate the bottom part, that is the one that holds the ashes.
Yeah.
The ashes. Then after that you make the legs, then the hands. Then after that you insert the clay. The clay is now like the second last procedure. Then after that you create those, we call them masikio za jiko.
Yeah.
Those things that normally hold the sufurias. Then the jiko is ready, you paint them and they are ready to go.
Okay, and about again the jikos, you've just mentioned these ones that have the clay, and what about the other ones that are only metal?
The ones that are only metal, those ones are a bit simpler, because now, like these ones mostly they are circular in shape. So they are just easy. If you are using the soft iron sheet, mostly at the top you put something like a wire in it. Then after you've put in a wire, you fold that wire with that iron sheet in it, so that it becomes hard on the top part, so that when you place a sufuria on top, that you see when the fire is burning, that part can become so weak because of the fire. So that wire makes it to become strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, have you ever made a different jiko or a different type of jiko, or you just make the ones that are also outside there?
I make varieties of jikos. There are some that they look like boxes. Then we have the sawdust jikos. We have these metallic ones that are mostly used. We have these that are used in the hotels. I also make these ones that are used to burn muturas.
Yeah.
You see, there are also these ones that are used in. They have that something like a kamabati inside. Instead of the clay, the insertion inside, it has some holes.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of the clay, you just generate that mabati circular thing. Then you place a mabati inside, and it becomes just that way. I generate something like 5 of them.
Yeah.
Varieties.
Yeah, and again, how can you tell someone that wants to start this process of making a jiko, and how can you advise him to start the making of jiko?
My advice to anybody out there who wants to venture into this kind of business is that number one thing you need to have a strong mentality, because in the process of making the jikos you find that there are a lot of cuts that you get to get along. You see,
Yeah.
the mabati unapata inakukata. You see, sometimes you get hit by the nyundo itself. The hammer hits you. You see, there are a lot of challenges in it, but you need to persevere. That resistance spirit. Then the second thing is that just be passionate about the job. If you love what you do, I think that is like a gateway for you being, good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just love what you do, then have that spirit of perseverance. If you want something that lasts, have the spirit of perseverance. Then the last thing, become good at it. Yeah. My philosophy is that I say that every day I wake up to be better than I was yesterday.
Yeah.
And mostly I learn from my mistakes. If I did this today, I now have one reason as to why I should not be doing that thing. And that is what motivates me so much. Yeah.
Okay, and about the motivation, who motivated you and what motivated you to make these jikos?
My motivation came from, I think, during that pandemic time, during the corona period, I was at home and I happened to be passing by somewhere, the Juakali area. They were creating these jikos. And I was really moved with how these guys, they were working passionately in their job. You see, and when you look at the product they were coming up with, it really moved me. I was like, can I also do something like this? Can I be able to get this skill? You see,
Yeah.
Can I be able to acquire this skill? And it's not what you get, but it's what you become. So I was like, if these guys are able to make these jikos, they really motivated me with how they were working, the kind of the team unity, the teamwork they were having, and it really kept me well. And from the support from my parents also, it really get me moving and motivated me so much.
Okay, and about challenges, you see that sometimes about competition. How does this competition benefit you and gives you loss?
Competition, what I can say about competition is that competition brings life in anything. When you have a competitor,
Yeah.
you'll ensure that your product is at least 1 or 2% better than the other person's product.
Yeah.
So I think competition, for me, I embrace competition. I don't have that mindset whereby I should be a monopoly kind of thing, but I embrace competition. It allows me to grow more and more. Yeah.
And at times you find that when someone starts a business, there reach a time that one feels that he or she wants to leave the business because of him or she getting so much tired of the work. So have you ever reached to that point that you have ever thought that you maybe leave the job?
Yeah, sometimes you may get into circumstances whereby you feel like you want to give up, because the job itself is tiresome. By the way, the
Yeah.
job itself is tiresome. Because you see, most of these craftsmen, they work from 7 or from 8 to 7.
7.
Yeah, there is no period whereby you'll find this person is resting.
Yeah.
The only resting time is when maybe he or she is eating, or maybe he or she is sleeping. So it's tiresome. But now again, like I said earlier, you've got to love what you do, and you've got to have a persevering spirit.
Yeah.
That is what will keep you moving when the hardship times arises. Yeah.
Okay, and about you see, some other people may also like to know how to make these jikos. What if somebody comes and tells you that, Mr. Joseph, I want you to teach me how to make the jiko? How long will you take to teach him or her the making of jiko?
About the making of the jikos and the person, it will depend with the person's, ability to adapt easily.
Yeah.
His mindset. Is he willing to learn? Is he willing to do the job? It will depend with his or her mindset. There is one famous person called Jim Rohn. He was a philosopher. He said that, you see, good people who want to do the job, they are not trained, they are found. So training is just for the purposes of, refining them. But somebody must have, number one, that spirit of being able to adapt easily. Then everything will just flow. Yeah.
And what about sometimes, so you said that you started this work in 2020.
Yeah, 2021.
So, in 2021. Yeah. Can you maybe try to think of opening somewhere that you can teach people how to make the jikos, or you are still making it from at your home place?
Presently, I'll still make them from my place, but I have that idea of maybe 3 or 4 months later, I'm having that idea of opening a workshop area at the center place or the market areas, where I think I can be able to reach out to more people, where I can now bring my business to a large group of people. Yeah. To at least open a wide variety of the market to allow for me to get some more funds. But basically right now it's because of the limited funds, and also because of maybe some 1 or 2 issues. That is why I'm still at my place, but I'm still having that idea in me. Yeah. But majorly 3 or 4 months I'll be opening a workshop.
Yeah, okay. And as we are getting to finish, maybe can you maybe face the audience and tell them what profit do you get from the jikos, and advise them how they can get to start this business, and what courses are in this business of jiko, and maybe tell them about losses in this business.
So my take on this kind of business, I think it is not a bad business. For sure it's not a bad business, and the profits that I can say that I make from the making of the jikos, it's quite good. It's quite good. All I can say is that it's quite good, because if I can generate something like 150 or 100 shillings from a single jiko, I think that's a good move. Yeah, and from that profits I'm able to save, I'm able to cater for my needs. You see, I'm able to buy other materials. I'm even able to pay my tithes. You see, my tithes in the house of God. So I think it's a good kind of business, and I can advise as many people. But there are also losses in it. If you're not going to be strict in terms of your finances, then be sure also that you're going to incur losses. Because sometimes you find maybe there is some, you go there, the materials, maybe sometimes you get them at a higher price. The seller tells you that the materials are now at a higher price. So you get that now it becomes hard for you to get the profits if you are not able to minimize on the materials. Yeah. But my advice is that it's a good kind of business. Profits are there, but losses are also there if you're not going to have a good financial intelligence with you.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you very much for your time. Everyone who is watching us, thank you for being with us through this conversation. I like to invite you to our everyday business time show every Wednesday. My name is Henry Onyango. Thank you so much.